So I want to read you something. This was something that Mark in our teacher training read during this past weekend. The teachers gave their wonderful offering, and this is something he read. And I think this is just very, very appropriate for Navaratri, for the idea of, I was talking the other day, the first day was Tuesday, Navaratri, the 9 days of the goddess. And I was talking about how that when we celebrate this place within us, the Shakti, that we celebrate both the part of us that we love and the part of us that we don't love. Like we pull everything to this moment and we bow to it. It's not just we bow to the place where I'm abundant and the place where that I'm happy and the place where that I'm wise. We also bow to the place of forgiveness. We bow to the place of delusion and illusion, right? And that's pretty important to note, because in taking ourselves to this wholeness of who we are, we want to also be there for those places in us which are a little darker. So I love this, what he read, and let me read it to you. You can close your eyes if you want. The poem is by Sapphire Rose. She says, she let go without a thought or a word. She let go. She let go of her fear. She let go of her judgments. She let go of the confluence of opinions swarming around her head. She let go of the committee of indecision within her. She let go of all the right reasons, wholly and completely, without hesitation or worry. She just let go. She didn't ask anyone for their advice. She didn't read a book on how to let go. And she didn't research the scriptures. She just let go. She let go of all the memories that held her back. She let go of all the anxiety that kept her from moving forward. She let go of the planning and all the calculations about how to do things just right. She didn't promise to let go. She didn't journal about it. She didn't write the projection date in her day timer. She made no public announcement and put no ad in the paper. She didn't check the weather report or read her daily horoscope. She just let go. She didn't analyze whether that she should let go. And she didn't call her friends to discuss the matter. She didn't do a 5-step treatment. She didn't call the prayer line, and she didn't utter one word. She just let go. There was no one around when it happened. There was no applause or congratulations. No one thanked her for or praised her. No one noticed a thing. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort. There was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It wasn't what it was, and it was just that. And in the space of letting go, she let it all be. A small smile came over her face. A light breeze blew through her, and the sun and the moon shone forevermore. She just let go. It wasn't good, it wasn't bad. And during these 9 days of Navaratri, just let yourself be. And we use the words namastasye, namastasye. I bow to that. Bring your hands together at your heart center. And inhale for the sound of Om. Deep breath in. Release your hands, open your eyes, and come on into child's pose, please. Release there. Let go there. The mind limits us, or says it's black or white or right or wrong. We limit all possibilities. Okay? Our playing field is very small. We open up to all that we are, the divine Shakti, the divine mother, the bigness of who we are. And there is not a right, wrong, left, right, up, down. There just is. And during these 9 days, it's kind of sweet to notice where we do limit ourselves. Knowledge where we push away. Come on up to your hands and knees. Begin to do a little cat and cow here. Let your breath move you. Maybe even close your eyes. Maybe move this into some hip circles. I'm going to say maybe the entire class. Maybe or maybe not. Maybe go the other way. And if you've just come back to the mat for the first time, take it slow today. Right? Everything is enough. Downward facing dog, please. Enjoy your breath here. Feel your hands as they reach deep into the floor. And then at the same time, feel the lightness of your wrists. Even bend your elbows for a moment. See what happens when you release. And then squeeze the forearms in toward each other and then begin to straighten the arms again and become lighter, pull up through your wrists. And then go ahead and walk your feet up to your hands, standing forward bend. Use blocks underneath you if you need them. Make sure your heels are right behind your second toes. And then let your seat drop toward the floor as you reach your arms up toward the sky, chair pose. And place your hands on your thighs and cat-cow here. Notice how simply and sweetly the spine moves. That in itself is the beauty. Because Shakti is all about what animates you, what moves you. Slide your arms up and alongside the ears and then rise all the way up to stand. Take hold of your left wrist and pull to the right. Reach down through those legs. Come all the way back up and switch sides. And come back to center. Clasp your hands behind your back. Lift your shoulders up and shrug them back. Take a breath in and then bow forward. Knees can be softly bent if you're locking them back. And then release your hands down to the floor. Step your left leg back behind you. Drop the knee to the mat. Inhale your arms to the sky. You can always put a little blanket underneath your back knee. And then bend your elbows wide and lift your chest, soften your front ribs, cactus arms. Gorgeous. Inhale the arms back up to the sky. Exhale your hands down to the floor. Lift your back knee. Step your back foot in just a little bit. Go straight on both legs. Parsvottanasana. Once again, put those blocks underneath those hands if you need them. The right foot is forward, the left leg is back. There you go. Good job. One of the beautiful mantras that we chant during Navaratri. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu. And then we name all the different aspects of Shakti, of the goddess. And they are the light and the dark sides. Good, step forward, standing forward bend. Bend your knees deeply, reach your arms forward and up, chair. Rise up to stand, take a baby back bend, reach up and back, watch those front ribs, keep them soft. Bow forward as you exhale, 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 exhale. Sending your right leg back behind you, drop the knee to the floor, inhale the arms to the sky. And then pull the throat back. Bend the elbows, send the armpits into that hollow place where you squeeze the shoulder blades onto your back. Send your knee forward just a little bit more. That's it. And even release in your mouth a little bit. Hands down to the floor, lift the back knee, step the back foot in just a little bit, go straight on both legs. Blocks underneath your hands if you need them. Tacking that left hip crease back, lift your left low belly a lot. And deep breath in, deep breath out. You just let go. No applause, nobody watching, nothing written on the calendar. Just let go. Beautiful. Step back, downward facing dog. Always resting on your knees if you need a rest. Come forward to plank pose. And lower all the way down to your belly. Good. Come into Sphinx pose. Put your elbows underneath your shoulders. Have your hands go wide. Close your eyes. Breathe. Draw up through the navel, draw up through the ribs. And breathe. Good. Tuck your toes under. Lift your hips up, lift your knees up. Can you stay here and let go? Can you stay here and let your mind open more? Drop those knees down, press back to child's pose. Enter into that inner sanctuary. Come to learn, right, that there is so much wisdom that comes from our dark places. There's so much that we receive through the hard times of our life. Walk your upper body to the right side, stretching your left side body. Breathe in and breathe out. And then walk it to the other side. Let your mind just drop. So much we've been thinking about. Let it drop. Come back to center. Come on up to your hands and knees. Stretch your right arm out to the right. Thread it underneath your left. Beautiful. Shoulders releasing, hips releasing. Spine becoming more and more flexible. And come on up, switch sides. Beautiful. Nice, Sarah. When times are difficult, we let go. We open, not close. We're very strange as yogis. We do strange things. In my third year now of apprenticing with Robin Rose as my Green Witch teacher, we got to pick our plant ally for this year. Every year we have a plant that we get to know, a wild weed that we get to know well. First 2 years was very common. I did the rose the first year, the second I did red raspberry. We pick our allies through a meditation. Come on up, downward dog. And so during the meditation, she takes us through. It's not like, you're just like, okay, I'm just going to do this plant. They kind of pop in the plant that wants to be your ally, just the way it goes. Step your right foot forward, open up to Virabhadrasana 2, second warrior. So even if I came in with a kind of a suggestion, it's really up to what plant wants me to get to know it. Take your right forearm onto your right thigh, your left arm over your ear. Point your right foot straight ahead. Put that right foot straight ahead, Arlene. So toward them. There you go. There you go. Good. Come on up, straighten that front leg, and come into triangle pose, Trikonasana. So I'm keeping you in suspense to know what my plant ally for this year is. What the plant that so the funny part is that I have it all over my front yard. So I went to sit and talk to it yesterday, downward facing dog. But I had to act like I was weeding because, people get a little weirded out when they walk by and you're talking to your plants. I don't know why. Plank pose. Lower all the way down to your belly. No, Angela, but good guess. Yeah, this is fun. Why don't you guys guess? Come on up into cobra. And press back, downward facing dog. Plantain would have been another good one. I don't have a lot of plantain around my yard. If you do, please bring it to me. Left foot forward, Virabhadrasana 2.
Sage.
Sage doesn't grow wild.
Oh.
It has to be wild.
Oh.
Left forearm.
Dandelion.
Dandelion was a choice, but it's not dandelion. This is fun. Left forearm, left thigh, right arm over your ear.
I haven't seen any yet.
Yeah, I had dandelion last night in my dinner. Yeah, good question, good thought. Come on up, straighten that front leg and reach for triangle pose. This is interesting. The plant that chose me is it's everywhere, but I don't think too many of us notice it. It's called Artemisia or mugwort. And it's everywhere. And for most people, they would pull it as a weed, but it has incredible medicinal value. Drop your hands down to the floor, downward facing dog. Beautiful. It looks very wispy when it grows. It grows very tall. Come forward to plank. Good. Use your right hand to hold you. Stack your left leg on top or drop your bottom knee, Vashisthasana. You always drop your bottom knee. Now take your top arm over your ear. Stretch it. Yeah. Nice, Ellen. And then switch sides. Beautiful, Kathy. That was gorgeous. Yes, 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 yes. Reach that arm over. And come back. Beautiful. Lower all the way down to your belly and stay. Turn your cheek to the side. And the reason I brought up this, not only because it's really amazing to realize that in your front yard is so many medicinal treasures, but also the whole idea of good, bad, right, wrong. So many of us would not even look at Artemisia or pull it out and throw it in the garbage. But the value is extraordinary. She's one of those herbs that help with hormonal issues. And she's also a visionary. So she's one of those herbs that is great to dry, and I don't know how you guys feel about this, but to smoke it is actually quite beautiful. Jen. I don't do it that often, but I have done it in these past 3 years.
But you didn't inhale, right?
I didn't inhale. No, of course I did. This is a sassy group here today. Good. Slide your hands back by your rib cage and come on up into cobra. Just nice slow lift. Good. Lower back down. Bring your forehead to the mat. Now clasp your hands behind your back and lift up once again, head, neck, and chest. Maybe lift up your legs too if you'd like. And press back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. But mugwort is one of those beautiful visionary dream herbs. Right foot forward, Vera 2 once again. Good. Send your left arm down your left leg. Take your right arm up and back. Keep pressing that right knee forward. Good. And then float forward into half moon, please. Good. Bring your hands together at your heart center here for a moment. Bring your hands together at your heart. Gorgeous, everybody. Step back into triangle pose. Pull your throat back. There you go. Nice. Touch down, hands to the floor, downward dog. Take it through vinyasa or not, up to you. Resting is also very available here. Go slow. Listen deeply to this body. Its wisdom is really extraordinary. Nice, everyone. Nice, Linda. All right, for downward dog, left foot steps forward, Vera 2. Sliding your right arm down your right leg, take your left arm up and back. And then fly, come forward into half moon. Use a block underneath your hand if you need it. And then try to bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, hands to your heart. Releasing yourself back down into triangle pose. Nice, Lisa. Ooh. Good, Susan. Look at you. Rhonda, beautiful. Open wide, open wide, open wide. Wide open. You too are the blue sky. And touch down, downward facing dog. Good. Step to the front of your mat, standing forward bend. Inhaling and exhaling. And then hands on your hips, press down through your legs, rise up to stand. Release the arms alongside the body and just close your eyes and feel. And then let go. Let your eyes float open, hug your left knee into your chest. Come into tree pose. You can always post the foot down onto the floor. You can also use a wall. All good. Then find your favorite arm position. If you can, let your eyes raise a little higher. And release that down. Beautiful. Let's try the other side. Beautiful. And release. I always think, well, if like we were given one pose that we had to stay in eternally, which one would it be? Shavasana. Inhale your arms up to the sky. Exhale, bow forward. Not tree, huh? Step back to plank pose. Wow. Lower down slow. Now you can either take another cobra here or reach back for your ankles, bow pose. Beautiful. And then lower all the way back down. Come back up to Sphinx pose, please. Take your left forearm, place it in front of you so it parallels the front of your mat. Take your right hand back for your right ankle if you can. Draw your heel in toward the outer hip. So Arlene, push that knee back again. Push the knee all the way back. So you're just bringing the foot in, not the knee forward.
If it doesn't feel good, let it go.
Good, and then change sides. There you go. Beautiful. Spread those toes. Nice thigh stretch, lift that chest. Beautiful, Aneta. Gorgeous. And release. Now, once again, reach for both ankles or take cobra, coming back into bow. Cobra. And release back, downward facing dog. Good, come on down to your knees for camel. You might want to put a little blanket underneath your knees. Place your hands on your hips. Nice. And then press down through your legs. So before you even start to move back toward camel, press down into your knees and lift up through your chest. Remember, the challenge with camel is shooting your ribs forward here and shooting your thighs forward here. So maybe sit back towards your heels for a second, as if you're going to sit on your heels, halfway. And remind yourself the way the groins are moving back there, that's the way you want to keep them. Now lift the chest a lot and maybe reach back for your ankles. Maybe keep your hands on your hips. Good. And then if you can sit back on your heels, sit back on your heels. If you cannot, stay lifted up for a moment. Good. And we'll try that one more time. So lift up, come on up, hands on your hips. There's so many places that you can stop yourself, right? So if you don't go all the way to a full camel, totally fine. Find something new for yourself. So go ahead and sit back halfway again. Halfway. Really teaching your groins what it looks like and what it feels like to draw in. Good. Now lift your chest a lot. Good. Now reach back for your heels. You can reach back for your heels with your butt in that halfway position and then come forward, then lift up. And come forward into child's pose. Nice. Come on up to your hands and knees. You can either move into downward dog or just send your right knee forward for pigeon. Right knee forward, pigeon. If you need to do pigeon on your back, lie on your back and place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Good. Before you come forward, see if you can reach your left hand back for your ankle. Good. And if you want to reach your right hand back as well. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. And then go ahead and release that back leg and walk forward. So on your back, you can also do pigeon, right? You lay on your back, you place your right ankle on top of your left knee. Yep. So put your right ankle on top of your left knee. There it is. Yep. And then pull your left knee in towards your chest. Great. Yep. Breathe deeply here. Enjoy your breath. Power to be everything. Teaching on the Sita. She's giving that offering that you, I, have as much power as the sun. Just to be that brilliant. So one of the most powerful mantras that we have in our yoga practice is Soham, I am that. So we want to be careful what we say we are. Good, come on up and switch sides. If you're laying on your back, take your left ankle to your right knee. If you come through pigeon with your belly facing down, try to take that thigh stretch once again. Squeeze the knees toward each other. So it's really helpful when you do that. And you can always keep one hand down on the floor. You don't have to reach back with both hands. Nice, Angela, Katrin, beautiful. Nice, Susan. And go ahead, slowly releasing yourself forward. If you're on your back, keep that ankle to knee. Maybe even drawing on the Ujjayi breath here. Go. Just like a leaf on a tree, let go. Beautiful. And walking yourself back up, slide your right leg forward in front of you. You can leave the left foot bent, left knee bent, right leg out in front of you, Janu Shirshasana. So bending your left knee. You might want to sit up on a little blanket. So you're seated, you're on your butt. There you go. Good. Your left knee is bent, your right leg is straight, and then twist gently over that right leg, and then come forward over that right leg, Janu Shirshasana. Keep that right foot flexed. There you go. Nice. And again, let your hands relax. Don't let them grip. Even watch your low back. If it's gripping at all, maybe bend your extended leg for a moment and lengthen through your back. I don't think I'm alone when I decide that I'm going to do something that's good for myself and I set myself up. I'll do it on Monday. I'll do it on the 11th. You know, I'm like crazy. Just do it. Just let go. Just be. Nobody has to know. Nothing written on the calendar. No fanfare. I always say this time during Navaratri is very powerful energy. So if there is something that you wish to let go of, or if there's something you wish to bring in, it's a great time. Spring is behind you. Power of the goddess is behind you. Come on up slowly and feel. And switch legs. Turning over that left leg. And come forward any amount. Drop your mind again and again. It's very important, the mind. Drop it for now. Go beyond the corners of the mind. Beautiful. Slowly come on up and just feel again. Bringing the soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. Again, if you didn't need a blanket before, you just might. So see how you feel if your tailbone is scooping under quite a bit. We want that sacrum to move back, the sit bones to go wide. Then reach the baby toes into the floor and start to walk forward any amount or stay right where you are. And breathe deeply. Invite in all of you. You just let go without a thought or a word, without judgment. Letting go of all the right and wrong reasons. Without hesitation or worry, she just let go. Didn't ask anyone's advice. Didn't read a book on how to do it. She didn't journal about it. She didn't make a public announcement. Reach for the big toes and lift your feet off the floor. Stretch your legs nice and wide. Lift your chest a lot. Good. Squeeze your legs together. Reach your arms alongside. Boat pose. Side your legs. You can always bend your knees. Good. Place your hands behind your back. Place your feet on the floor. Fingertips. I like facing the buttocks, but sometimes you like to point them away. So however that works for you, with the knees bent, and lift your hips up high to the sky. Good. Lower those hips back down. Stretch those legs back up. Lift your chest a lot, a lot, a lot. Good. Now bend your knees, bringing your chest closer, but keep your feet off the floor. And then take your hands and squeeze to your outer shins. Squeeze your hands to your outer shins. Yeah. And then lift your chest a lot. Easy, right? Now reach the arms back alongside. Keep squeezing your shins. Good job. And then lower the feet down. All right, Agni Sambhasana, you're going to take your right shin on top of your left shin. If that doesn't work, your right shin in front of your left shin. Fire log, stacking one shin on top of the other. Flex both feet. Pull those toes back. Good, and then walk yourself forward any amount, maybe even a block underneath your head. If you need to stay upright, do that. And if your right knee is quite high here, I would definitely bring the shin in front of the other shin as opposed to stacking. Last night I made a really fun stir fry with mugwort, dandelion, wild onions. There's something called dead nettle. Put that in as well. Beautiful. Slowly come on up and switch legs. Other leg on top. Take a moment. Make sure your Your sit bones are moving back and wide. And come forward any amount. Your breath into those hips. Co-create that opening, mind and breath. And slowly come on up. Stretch your legs nice and wide. Walk down the center. Again, you're welcome to take a block and put it underneath your forehead. 2 blocks, 10 blocks. Sometimes I like to set up a block and just put my forearms on it. Yeah. I'm going to ask you to let your legs just drop open for a moment. Just let your legs drop open. So we're so taught, right, how to flex. Just let your legs drop open just for a moment. Let them go. Is that hard to do? It's really hard to do, right? Especially those of us who have been trained so well to really flex our feet. And then start very slowly and mindfully to start to feel like you're hugging those legs in toward each other and flexing those feet again, but not harshly. And feel yourself dissolve there. And then relax your hands more. Walking yourself over towards your left leg. Take your right arm over your ear, side stretch. Nice, Jane. Ellen, beautiful. Joy, Nancy, good. Come on up, switch sides. I don't know who's in Galaxy tab only because it's real dark in there, so I can't see you. So that's why I haven't said your name, so don't think I don't like you. Is it Tracy? No. It is? Okay. All right, there we go. Gotcha. Okay. It's very dark in your room.
I had to change from my laptop because it wasn't working.
Got it. Okay, I see you now. I just don't like people who think I don't like them because I don't mention their name. Come on up. Good. Slide your legs together. Lay on your back. Please hug your knees into your chest. Good. Now take your right leg up to the sky and take your left leg down to the floor. And hold at the back of the right leg. And squeeze your thigh towards your hands. So it's kind of, instead of pulling in toward you, you're pressing your leg into your hands. And then let go of the foot again. Let it point or move out of that super flexed moment. And then find that flexed foot again, but nicely, gently, lovingly. Now keep that action in your right leg. Your left leg is straight on the floor, but just lift your left leg slightly, like a couple of inches off the floor. Keep your rib cage drawing down, your heart lifting up. And then lower that leg, switch sides. Again, let the foot go. We're trained so well, I know. When I went to India with Sarah Tomlinson, that first time I went, it was like everything was about redoing all of my super charged ways that I held my body in asana class. Lift that right foot up. Just a little bit. And lower that leg down as well. Take both legs to the sky. Take your arms out to letter T. Keeping the navel drawn in and the chest lifted. Slowly take your legs out to letter V. Nice and slow. Ronnie, your dog is too darn cute. And then slowly bring those legs back in. And then we take those legs to a letter L. Pretty much just where you were before a second ago. That works too. Good, bring it back up. There's always one in the crowd, Rachel. Take it to the other side.
Oh.
She's doing a sideways L. Good, bring that back up. Good, and then hug your knees back into your chest. Katrin was doing it your way too. So you guys were both making it your own.
Oh, lowercase.
Lowercase L. Ay, ay, ay. All right, plant those feet and come up into bridge pose. Lift those hips up, maybe clasp your hands underneath you. Lift that chin. Great, Kathy. Nice try. Good, and then slowly come down. If you would like to take full wheel, here's your chance. If you want to bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees drop open. That's also very happy. So full wheel, full back bend. You're very prepared for it. We've done plenty of back bends today. You can come back into bridge if you'd rather, or bring the soles of your feet together. Nice, Angela. Nice, Susan. Beautiful, Allison. So nice. Ellen. Jane. Come on down if you're in full wheel at any point. And then now's your time for inversion, or stay where you are with your feet together and your knees drop wide. To do shoulder stand, headstand, handstand. Or laying on your back with your feet together and your knees dropping wide. Or you can always take your legs up the wall. If you're in headstand, make sure you're pressing down through your head. So your shoulder blades come deep into your back. And make sure you're using the power of your legs. And make sure you're breathing deeply wherever you are. I told you guys that one time that I was out front with my friends in my yard. You know, my dandelions and my mugwort and such. And my neighbor drove up and she said, "What a great day to weed." And I'm like, "They're not weeds." I think it was the last time she actually spoke with me. I felt so bad because I was pretty serious about it, but they're not weeds. They're my friends. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
There you go. No, she talked to me. I'm just kidding. I do think I scared her a little bit, but she talked to me after that.
Should have kept her all of them in Barcelona.
I know, I should have. You're right. These are your weeds. Yeah, I should have. You're right. Good. And then when you're ready, come on down for whatever inversion you chose. If you're in headstand, take a child's pose for a moment. If you're in shoulder stand, maybe just roll your head from side to side. We're going to meet back seated. So come back up to sit. Find that comfortable seat and close your eyes. I think one of the things that happened to me when I started studying the green medicine was my world opened so much wider. Just to know that plants and trees and weeds, they have incredible energy. And you can speak with them. You can connect with them in a very deep level, very deep way. So as your eyes are closed, connect with yourself. Just let go. Be with yourself and all of yourself. Mantras Namastasye, Namastasye, I bow. Namastasye, Namo Nama, I bow to all parts of me, the toxic and the medicinal. Just for 3 minutes, silence. And then please lie down on your back and hug your right knee into your chest. You're going to shift your hips slightly to the right and bring your right knee to the left for spinal twist. Like a leaf falling from a tree, she just let go. There was no effort, there was no struggle. It wasn't good and it wasn't bad. It was what it was. It was just that. The sun and the moon shone. Come on up, bring that back up and change sides. And as you feel complete, release into Shavasana. Just one more minute, letting go. To be fully alive, animating the goddess in you, divine mother in you. Open up a little wider. Gotta let go. If you're lying on your back, go ahead and begin to stretch. If you're lying on your back, you can draw your knees into your chest. Come on up to sit. Together, asatama satgamaya. Asatoma satgamaya. Tamasoma jyotirmaya. Mrityorma amritam. Amritam gamaya. Asatoma satgamaya. Tamasoma jyotirmaya. Mrityorma amritam. Amritam gamaya. Asatoma satgamaya. Tamasoma jyotirmaya. Mrityorma amritam. Amritam gamaya. Amritam gamaya. Bring your hands to your heart center. Sliding your hands up to the space between the eyebrows. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. You're welcome. You're welcome. Go have a beautiful day. Go play with your weeds.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you,
What is
Cheryl.
the name of the poem that you kept talking and referring to?
Yeah, so it is called, it was written by S.A. Fire, Sapphire Rose. I feel like it was in a book called The Language of Yin.
Okay,
But if you don't find it, let me know and I can send it out in a future post.
great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Cheryl. Great class.
Cheryl.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. See ya.
Thank you.
Huh? Sapphire Rose, yeah. Yeah, see if you can find it, and if you can't, let me know. Like I said,